Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for February 2024 for each sign of the zodiac. You may want to watch your rising sign and your moon sign also to get a clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in this mid-month of February and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So happy birthday to the Aquarians out there. I hope you have a very happy and blessed solar return. And happy birthday to the Pisces that are born in February. May you also have a happy and blessed solar return. All that being said, now on to your mid-month psychic tarot update for February 2024. And I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Aries, the first card you have may symbolize you. You have the Knight of Rods, which is a fire sign person. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You may feel in the mid-month of February like you have to combat a lot of things. You may have a lot of things coming at you, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of tasks, a lot of people contacting you, or just, things to do, bills to pay, daily minutia could be really coming at you in mid-February. You may be talking to somebody you did something with in the past. It could have been a collaboration. It could have been like some kind of project you worked on. It could be somebody that, it could even be a friend or somebody you dated. But I really feel it's more like somebody that you did something with. It could be a doctor that maybe you saw in the past, or somebody that it was a client or customer to you, or somebody you collaborated and did some work with in the past. Could come up now, between now and the end of the month of February. Some of you Aries may decide it's time to sport a new hairdo. You may want to change your hair color or the style, or maybe you just want to wear it differently. Maybe you don't want to color it differently or cut it. Maybe you just want to wear it differently in some other, like braided, or put it up in a bun, or do something different in that way. Maybe you don't want to go drastic. Maybe you just want to keep it in a safe confines of just playing around with it. You have to be really careful of gossiping, because you could acquire a new enemy. If you are like saying things online, it could be any social media platform at all, any. You could start saying certain things, or using people's names, or spreading some kind of gossip or hearsay, and you doing this could drive up some kind of enemy. And you know what? You could even drive up an enemy if you are just stating your political opinion, your beliefs about something. They could come out of the woodwork at you about that. So be very careful. If you don't want to have one or more enemies coming at you, be very careful of what you say, be careful of gossip, and be careful of what you're saying online. So the card you have with it is the Three of Cups, and this is three sisters, three females, three friends. Could be help from friends. It could also indicate you could be throwing a party or celebration of some sort. You could be attending a party or celebration. This could also be a celebratory conclusion to something that's been going on in your life. Lots of things are happening. People and places are moving and shifting. You could have friends and family that are moving. There could be like people in your neighborhood that are moving. You could be moving. This could be happening at your work, because I'm seeing like, it's like looking at a chessboard, and my guides are showing me the different players are shifting and changing and moving positions. So this could be happening, could be even happening at your work. You know, it could be, or a company or business you own. But people around you are moving, shifting, and changing either their living situations or their positions, like at work or at a job. You may also have some people that want you to take on more business, more work, more accounts. So if you have a boss, your boss may be like, you know, take on more work, take on more clients, start seeing more customers, start making more sales calls. You could also have some people that are interested in working with you, or, you know, getting connected to you in some way. And so you could get an influx of, you know, new clients, new customers, new accounts. And some of you, you may have a resurgence of people that you worked with, talked to, or dealt with, or were friends with from the past that want to come and, you know, maybe hang out with you, go out, let's go out and have some drinks, or let's go out to dinner, or let's catch up, let's get together and all catch up on what's been going on. So some of you may experience that in mid-February, going into October. What month do I think this is? Going into, maybe they will show up in October, going into March, if I could get my head wrapped around the date. You could have a friend or a family member that's having a problem with something. They could have a medical issue that could kick up. It could have to do with stomach or digestive issues. That's not going to happen for all of you, but if it's not stomach or digestive issues, it could be some other type of medical issue, and you and your siblings or you and your friends could be getting together and discussing it and talking about it. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hi, Taurus. The first card you have is the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with the stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey is unknown, you're still willing to take it. The other sign that got that for this mid-month update is Cancer. So Taurus and Cancer both got Nine of Cups. You may feel like you've been berated, unappreciated. Like that's something that comes up here that I feel like you want to walk away from. So you have to ask yourself, is that happening at your job? Is that happening in your love life? Is it happening with a social group of friends or a club group or organization you belong to? And I get you're tired of explaining yourself to everybody. So you know what, Taurus, this could be like, this could be at work. It could be your family. Maybe you're like, I'm always having to explain myself to people and I'm tired of it. And I see you seeing people falter and fall and make lots and lots of mistakes. So you're like, why are people like gunning for me when all these other goofy mistakes are going on that they're making? What are they worried about what I'm doing? They need to worry about what they're doing. And you feel like you're kind of surprised that people are gossiping or engaging in this type of behaviors that I've already explained, and you want to turn away from it. You want to get away from it. Yeah, and I feel like this is an abrupt change of direction for you, and that you may feel like you have to get out of like a negative situation. Like I said, it could be at work, could be family, could be social. I'm not hearing a specific area because, you know, Taurus, it's a general reading. So this could be happening for you at any, you know, it'll be different for all of you where you're feeling this. And I feel like what you're doing is a bold move. And you doing this kind of crashes and burns something. So, like, if you're leaving a job that, you know, they really rely on you, they may be like, duh, what do we do now? Like, oops. Now that Taurus is leaving, we're up the creek without a paddle. You know, that... so I feel like, and again, it's going to be different for all of you what area this is happening in. But I feel like the people that are left standing there holding the bag are like, "Guh, what do we do now?" So you got the Wheel of Fortune with this card, which is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It can be the ups and downs of karma. It could also be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. You may feel like it's up to you to solve your issues and problems. And maybe it always has been, but this is what's coming up here. I feel like you've been involved in or tied to or are tired of victim blaming and shaming. I'm not saying you're doing it. I'm saying I feel like this has been going on around you. One of the things you're tired of. There's some people you're absolutely going to cut off. In some cases, I feel like this could be friends. For some of you, it could be a relative or two. You know, I don't know. Some of you could be like, it's hard to cut off people at work, but, you know, you may only deal with them business only, you know, but I get you cutting people off here. I get you're tired of being the person that bears the brunt of stuff. You know, maybe you're like the family scapegoat where like something goes wrong and everybody blames you, or, you know, I don't know, or it could be at work, like, oh, something's not going right. Well, we're going to blame Taurus. I don't know. You know, narcissists tend to do that. Like they do something wrong and it's suddenly your fault. I've experienced that a billion times in my life. So I've known quite a few narcissists. And so that may be what, maybe you're dealing with a narcissistic person or a few that are tending to do that to you when they're really at fault or to blame, but they want to turn around and blame you or make you the scapegoat or make you the one that's got to, you know, dig everybody out of the problem. I feel like you're entering a new phase of development, and some of you Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign people may start to take a class or get some kind of training or education or learning some type of new skill. You could be doing it on your own, or you could literally be taking a class, a webinar, a seminar, or something of that nature. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. The first card you have is the Three of Pentacles. And this is expanding your craft, expanding your skills, expanding your work, expanding your business, and gaining financial gain from whatever it is you're building or working on. You could be getting a new job. You could be getting, getting a promotion. Things like that can happen with Three of Pentacles. Some of you that own your own business or work for another company may find that you have to train people. And you could even be having to train people if you have to hire people at your house, like a housekeeper, you know, somebody that comes and cleans your house, or a landscaper, or somebody that's doing something else at your home. But it could be at work, at a company or business you work for. It could be at a company or business you own. It could be in your own residence where you have to train somebody to, you know, in a work-related capacity. I do feel that some of you Geminis will be receiving a raise. I don't know if you're going to get a promotion as well, but I definitely hear some of you are getting a raise or some kind of raise or increase to your finances, which could also be happening through any stocks, bonds, or cryptocurrency or other types of investments you have. Some of you that are self-employed or have your own business are putting out new products, new services, or new information that will be a boost to your earnings. You know, you could even be getting trained, because it comes up here also, my guides are mentioning, there could be something that you're shifting and changing and doing at work or in a work-related capacity that you need some kind of, like, maybe it's not long training, maybe it's only a day or a few hours, or maybe it's a week or a month. You may be getting some kind of training because something you're doing, or if the company or business you own even or work for has to get like new technology, new computer systems, new programs, new ways of handling business, there could be training involved. Maybe everybody at the place where you work has to have this training because systems are changing, systems are upgrading, laws could be changing, and you need to know the new protocols, the new methods, the new techniques, the new technology. So the next card in your reading is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is a card that symbolizes wish fulfillment, all good things coming to you in an emotional sense. This could be feeling contentment and feeling filled with contentment and happiness. It could also be like partying energy, like, woohoo, let the good times roll kind of energy here. Sorry about that, I had to cough. Some of you are going to feel like you can cut loose a little bit more and feel more free. I do pick it up again. Some of you are going to be learning about something that could bring in more income for you. Now, here's another perspective my guides are showing me. Maybe you're going to learn something new in line with what you already do, but it's going to like upgrade what money you can make. So maybe I'm going to use, I don't know, chef as an example. So maybe you're already a chef and you already know how to do all these things, but maybe you never got into pastry and you weren't a pastry chef. But if you learn and take classes or courses or training in baking and pastry, maybe your boss will pay you more money if you also have that ability, because you can add that to your repertoire of what you know how to do. I'm just using that as an example. It could be anything, any business that you're in. You could learn how to do something new that then would garner you more money. And this could come even if if you own your own business or if you're self-employed as well. Like maybe you read, maybe you do astrology and you decide, you know what, I'm going to learn how to do tarot and delve into the psychic world, and then you can do tarot readings or psychic readings on top of it, something like that. You may find yourself sitting in the catbird seat. My guides say, they love old phrases, sitting in the catbird seat, where you may find yourself in a supervisory, managerial, or upper management type of position. Some of you may find that, or something you're doing is you're just getting to a more elevated status. Something to think about, Gemini. If these messages don't make sense to you, make sure you're watching your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, or if you don't know your rising sign, because if you don't know your birth time, you can find out your moon sign quite easily if you enter your information on a birth chart calculator. It's always good to watch your sun, your rising, and your moon sign if you can do so. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi Cancer. The first card you have is the King of Rods, and this is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a fire sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. You're talking to somebody very special that could bring you up and raise you up or bring you out of something. This could be a love partner for some of you that you already are with, or that you will meet and will become important to you. But it could also be somebody that can elevate your life in some other way, like somebody that could help you out at your job, business, or career. I feel like they're very skilled, knowledgeable, this King of Rods. I see you looking at them like that. This could also be somebody that maybe wants to hire you, or if they work in another area at a place where you work, they may want you on their team. Or if you play any sports, they may want you on their team in a sport-related sense, because that comes up here also. Now remember, when the court cards come up, the people cards, they're going to mean different people. For some of you, this is somebody that you may view as somebody that's kind of belligerent or always has a lot to say. They want to be a manager, a supervisor, the head of something. They want to be in control. They expect a lot out of people. They can, maybe this person is somebody you see as harsh in their judgment of others, or the way they handle and manage other people. But again, I do feel this King of Rods may look at you like, hey, you're really on the ball. You figure things out really quickly. I feel like this could be somebody that has to take into account everybody's perspective, and they may really want to hear what yours is, what your view and what your perspectives are of things. They may hold that in high regard, or may feel it's really necessary to know. Now you have the Eight of Cups with it. The other sign that got Eight of Cups is Taurus. So this is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with the stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. So this is turning away from something that emotionally isn't working for you. For some of you, I feel this is work. Or a place that you're living. Because I have to get out of this place. That's what I hear, like the collective consciousness of Cancer saying. I feel that you've been put under too much pressure by work, or, by the work, by your manager, by your boss, could even be by the King of Rods for some of you. I feel that some of you Cancers may be on the brink. Either you're doing it right now, or you're on the brink of taking a chance. And this could be like, a big chance. Like, maybe you're leaving a secure job or a secure company to go to a new company that's just starting. And you're like, wow, is this new company going to make it or not? Or you're leaving to start your own business. And you're like, wow, I'm taking a big chance, but I'm not going to keep working at this place anymore. I'm going to work for myself. And that is it going to work out or not? You could be worried like, well, but I'm still going to take the chance. I feel like you're either taking the chance now, or you're winding up and gearing up to take a big chance. I feel in the long run, you're going to feel like, I survived that. That was the best thing I ever did. So even if it feels daunting, intense, or a little precarious for you at the beginning, I do feel in the long run, you feel like, yep, that was the right thing to do. I made the wise decision in the long run. I'm not sure how fast you feel that way, but you will feel that way about it. My guides are saying June. So by the month of June, you're going to feel like it could happen sooner for some of you, but I get like, whew, I made the right decision there. That was the right thing to do. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. The first card you have is the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods is a fire sign person. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So this is very likely you. But remember, pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. I feel like you're seeking guidance and advice from somebody about something that you need to do, some choice or decision that you're getting ready to make or that you want to make. And you may feel like it's hard for you to see because there's some things like you may have some emotional attachments to something, or because I get cloudy, foggy vision, like there's something clouding your vision. And I feel it's connected to your heart, to your emotional connection to something. And I feel like you're taking your time on this because this is like a big thing that you're going to do. And it helps. This is all involving, my guides are saying, supporting your dreams and goals and visions for the future. And I get, I'm not surprised at all. I get, Leo, you want to make some kind, whatever you do, you're going to make a splash. Like, you're not, I don't want to pigeonhole all Leos to be like, oh, they want to be star of the show and flashy and ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. But, come on, pretty much. I think a lot of Leos are like that. I'm sure there are some that are very quiet and don't want to be the star of the show. But I am getting that whatever this is you are making the decision about, that you are cloudy about, that you need to get advice about because you have an emotional connection that's clouding your vision about that. And this is an important vision for your future, that once you make this decision, whatever this is you're going to be doing or working on, it's going to be bold. It's going to have pizzazz. It's going to be, maybe bigger and better than ever before of anything you ever did or created or made or wanted to put out there or whatever it is. So it's not like this is some, I don't want to overblow it and make it sound like everything hangs on this. It doesn't. Well, there's many options in life. This isn't the life-defining moment. But it's like the right time for you to capitalize on this situation, and I feel like you know that. So that's why you need advice on whatever this big, bold move or decision is that you want to do. So with it, look what you got with it. Interesting. You have the Chariot, and this is change. Chariot means change. It also means feeling pulled in two different directions, having to make a choice or decisions between two different paths. It can also mean success. Sometimes this can also mean long distance travel. I feel like you have to let go of something. You have to leave something. That's even coming up for the other signs with the Eight of Cups cards. You have a similar energy, but it's different. It's not because you're mad, or it's not because somebody's hurting you, or it's different. It's like something has outworn its use or purpose for you. And now it's time for you to forge ahead in a new, bold, and different direction. That's what I feel this is about. You may even be assembling a new team of people around you. If you own your own business, you may be hiring new people. Or if you're making or building or creating something, you may be assembling a team of people that are going to build something. Maybe you're going to build something and you need a contractor, you need a plumber, you need an electrician, you need maybe you need an architect. So you could be assembling a team of people. This could also be if you are starting your a new company or a new business or a new venture within a company or business or something you already own or your property, assembling a team of people to work on that. Like, because I get you assembling a new team of people. If you own your own business, you may be paying a lot of attention to the stock market, and you may also be thinking of getting financial backers or investors into whatever business or project this is that you want to get going and work on. August and September are prominent for you. That's either when the work is completed or when the work will start. You may be in the planning stages now because I get you needing advice and making decisions and assembling a team. But there is something prominent about August and September. So that could be when it's finished or when it really begins. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. If they don't, watch your rising sign, sun sign, and moon sign. Now on to the the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card you have is Ten of Rods, and this is heading off on a new journey, a new and better horizons, with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And these 10 rods of burden may be knowledge and experience that you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. This could also be feeling overburdened and having a lot of responsibilities in February. Some of you are gathering a lot of your knowledge and information, and you could be heading off to try to find a new job, looking for new employment for some of you. Some of you are gathering your knowledge and experience and your talents and skills, and you may be putting together a website and starting some kind of online business. Some of you may work in a business or company where you need to go to your boss, manager, supervisor, or owner and tell them things that need troubleshooting and need to be improved. Like you may say, okay, look, here's the things that are going wrong in this department, in that department, with that employee, that other employee, with, this policy or that policy. So you may be taking all this, and if it's not at work, or a job that you possess, it could be to your town council, to the zoning board, to the tax assessor, to the mayor, to a town council. Did I already say that? You could be taking problems like that you see in the town, on your street, with the neighbors, with the neighborhoods. You may be going, I live in the United States. So in the US, we have our local government, your town mayor, but each state has a governor, and each state has a senator. So you could be taking it to your mayor, your governor, your senators, the Congress, I don't know, but for some of you, it's happening at a job and you're spelling it out. These are the flaws, these are the problems, these are the problem areas, these are the policies or methods or techniques or whatever that aren't working, that need tweaking. So the next card you have in your reading is the World. And the World is a card that symbolizes the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you more control. It's a card about control. So it's you could feel more in control. You could feel the lack of control. It can also mean a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. Some of you are developing your talents and your skills more. You're furthering either your knowledge, your education, your training, your experience, and this will gain you more control. That's been a theme for several of the signs. It's been worded differently, but very similar energy is happening for some of your fellow zodiac signs out here. Some of you want to be the boss, the manager, the supervisor, the head of a department, the boss. Some of you, there may be an opportunity for you to throw your hat in the ring to get a particular job or promotion at a company or business that you work for. Some of you may also be really putting a lot of energy and effort into stabilizing conditions. And this could be at your home. This could also be, it could be in a relationship, like a one-on-one love relationship, but it could also be for your home and your environment. So you may want to make things more stable. And you could do that. Sometimes you can do that with bringing in more money. Sometimes if it's a property, maybe your foundation isn't stable. Maybe there's posts and pillars or cinder blocks or something holding up your home or foundation, or something that's unstable that you need to literally fix and repair to make more stable. Maybe your roof is unstable. Maybe your foundation is unstable. But this could be a relationship. Maybe you want to make moves to make your personal relationships or a love partner relationship more stable. Whatever you're doing in February, in mid-February, and maybe continue on even into March, Virgo sun, moon, or rising sign, you could be creating a lot of buzz. There could be a lot of activity. Like, did you see what Virgo did? Did you see how Virgo handled that? Did you hear what's new with Virgo? Like, some things about you could be some things going on in your life, or decisions you're making, or things you're instituting in your own life could be creating buzz, either at a place you work or in your family, or if you deal with the public, it could be buzz out in the public. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. Hi, Libra. So the first card you have is the Two of Cups, and this is two people that are intertwined with each other, fate, destined, meant to be, preordained. It could be love, a love relationship, a twin flame, a soulmate. But, you know, soulmates can also be friends and family and other people in your life. They don't always have to be love, but it could be love. Some of you Libras that are dating may be taking your relationship up to the next level. And you could be making some important decisions about where you want to live or what you want to do about a living situation. If you're already coupled, you may be going through that with your partner. You may be like trying to decide, like, where do we want to live? Maybe you want to move, or maybe you have a property. You're like, do we want to keep this property or should we sell it? One thing that you may be feeling is that it's very important for you and your partner to communicate with each other more openly and honestly. Things aren't going to work out between the two of you if you are hiding things from each other, because that could be happening. They could be doing it to you. You could be doing it to them. You could both be hiding things from each other. And that so communication is key here for you coupled Libras in the month of February and going forward. So communication is key, and being open and honest as possible, because otherwise there could be a rocky boat that you're dealing with, or will be. I do get, again, some of you will be making a stronger bond and a stronger commitment to someone. Some of you, whether maybe you're not coupled, some of you could get invited to a wedding. I get invited to a wedding as a guest. So for some of you, if that happens and you're single, you may potentially meet somebody there that is also single. Some of you are going to be going out on a date. It could be somebody you met online through social media, or, you know, met some other way, but you could be going out to dinner and going out on a date with someone. Now, the next card you have in this reading is the Seven of Cups, and this is scattered energy, scattered thinking. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. You could have difficulty in making some kind of decision at this time. It can also mean having a lot on your plate. Sometimes it can mean a dream come true. You may feel extra busy, like there is a lot of things that you have to do, a lot of things you have to get done in February. You may, if you're a working Libra, you may have many irons in the fire. You may have a couple projects going on at once, or even if it's not like maybe work, you got work, a lot going on, you got work to do and work going on, but you may also have a lot of other things that you're handling either at work or outside of work. So having a lot on your plate does come up here for Libras. Some of you may feel like you want to build an environment that's kind of like a sanctuary. You may be wanting to build a greenhouse or some kind of outdoor, like it could even be indoor, but I'm seeing it as outdoor, like with a hammock and like plants all around, things, something like that. That could even be in your own home. Indoors, you could be doing that as well. Some of you could have, your feelings could be all over the place about somebody this month. It could be somebody that you're married to or seriously coupled with or dating, but it could even be somebody else in your life that you're strongly connected to, one of your kids or a family member or a dear friend. Your feelings may be all over the place about them this month. They could be very puzzling and confusing to you. Some of you may be trying to build up your stature. Now, this could be in two different ways, or in a few different ways. It could be your stature at work, like your position. It could be your physical body stature. Maybe you want to work out, you know, build muscle, build your stature that way. It could also be if you're in some type of politics or, you know, local government or bigger government, or just your business. If you have a business, you may want to build up your stature of your business to be more well-known, more well-recognized, more well-respected, to attract more business clients, customers, etc. to you. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. You got one of my favorite cards in the deck, Ace of Swords, which is victory. It can be truth being revealed. It could be victory because truth is revealed. It can indicate wisdom, knowledge. This card could also, sometimes it can indicate love, believe it or not, for the Ace of Swords. I feel like you've gotten ahead in something that you're trying to do. You've accomplished something. You've reached some vision or goal that you had for yourself. Some of you are now going to attend, if you wanted to attend college, or getting a degree or an advanced degree or some other type of certificate of something for something. You may be accepted into that program and getting ready to start it now or soon. Some of you are going to buy a new car. And it might be a really super nice car for some of you. If you got the finances, some of you may be doing that. Somebody criticized me in one of my other videos, like, oh, people don't have any money and they can't do this or that. Well, some people do have money, and these are general readings, so I'm not reading you personally, but some of you may be buying a car, and for some of you, it might be a really super nice car. I do feel that some of you are attaining wealth and financial gain from something you're doing. And you could be very inventive and creative this month, and you may invent a new way of doing something. Even even a craft or hobby that you have, you may, or a job that you do on a routine, regular basis, you may invent some new way to go about doing it. You may be very inventive, like, hey, I troubleshooted this and now I found a much quicker way to do this project or that problem or to do that job. So I see your creativity is exceptionally high. Your inventiveness is exceptionally high. Now, all the way through the end of March, even going into April, this is energy that's going to stick with you. If you have to give any kind of speeches, presentations, videos, webinars, seminars, speak at anything, speeches of any kind for any reason, you're going to do extremely well. It will go well, you'll be well received, and it will be successful. The next card you have in your reading is the Six of Pentacles, which is a card that means giving generously, freely, and charitably to others. It can mean receiving charity and generosity from others. It can also be the balance of give and take. It can also indicate financial success coming to you in the future, which I do see that already through the Ace of Swords for some of you. If you have your own business, or if you work for another company or business, and maybe you already do this, but some of you may not have started to do it yet. I get some of you taking people out and doing business with them, like over lunch, over dinner. That may be part of what you do already, but I see you doing that. Like, hey, let me take you out. Let's go out for a meal and some drinks, and you doing negotiations, business over that kind of activity. Some of you are going to do that, and you could gain more clients, more customers, more accounts, more money could come to you. Some of you are going to do something where you present something and you're going to get money for it. It could be that speech, that presentation, that webinar, that seminar, teach some kind of class or course, or make some kind of presentation or a video. Something you do, it could even be singing a song, writing a song, singing a song, but some kind of presentation, something you do, and you get money for it. You present something somehow, somewhere, and you are going to get paid and receive money for it. And I feel this is going to lead on to something else where you're going to look to do it again, or the people that asked you to do it in the first place are going to ask you to do it again. It could even be a demonstration in somebody's home. Maybe you're a tarot reader and somebody's going to ask you, hey, can you do a party at my house? Or somebody's having a bachelorette party and they want a psychic or a tarot reader or an astrologer to be there, and you're going to give some kind of, do readings for the people there. I'm just using that as an example, but it could be anything like that, and you do that and you're like, man, I did really well, I'm going to do it again, and these people will refer you and you will do it again. Whatever this is, and it doesn't have to be what I'm naming here. I'm using it as an example, but you will be doing something that is like presenting something you're doing, your talents, your skills, your knowledge, your words, and it will go well. You will get money for it and you will do it again. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. So the first card you have in your reading is Nine of Swords. And this could be sleepless nights, migraine headaches, not feeling well, worried about somebody else not feeling well. It could also be grieving the loss of something like a love relationship. But in this particular card, it could also mean that you feel stuck or trapped or bound in some way. I feel that you are thinking about that you need to break free. You need to break free from things that are challenging to you. You may feel like you're blocked about love and love relationships, and you may be pondering, like, do I need to open myself up more to more possibilities of love and romance? That's part of what I feel is going on here. Or something else, if it's not love and romance, something else where you may feel blocked, stuck. But I feel like it's inside of you. I feel like it's a mental or an emotional thing going on in you that is keeping you restricted, too tight, not free, not like restrictive. Something is restricting you. If it's not love, it could be something else, some other emotion. Some of you may have trouble with some kind of sickness or illness that you're combating right now. You may not feel well. I don't know what it is. It may be a serious illness, but for some of you, it may be just something that, people get seasonally, and you've got to combat it and get over it so you can feel well. So for some of you, this could be about physically not feeling well or combating something physical, a physical challenge, or an illness or some kind of physical challenge. You may be looking at ways to make things smoother and easier for yourself. Like if you have challenges, like let's say you're having problems with your feet or your ankles or your knees or your hips or something mobile. You may feel like, I don't want to go up those steps to sleep on the second floor. So I'm going to sleep downstairs on the first floor until I can get over this issue, this problem, or whatever this is. So, and it could be other things. I'm using that as an example. Whatever would make it easier for you, especially if you're having any physical challenges or illnesses. You may be looking for ways to make things easier. Now, the card you have with it is the Ace of Cups, and that's new love. That can be a new love relationship coming in for you. It could also be a rebirth or a reigniting of an existing love relationship. And if it's not about romantic love, it could be about something you love to do. It could be about something else that you love. It doesn't always have to be romance. I do feel some of you, if you're single, somebody's going to contact you and start communicating with you. And it is about that they're interested in you, romantically speaking. For some of you, this could be somebody from your past. For some of you, this is somebody you are going to meet or you recently met. I do feel that some of you Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people may start dating somebody. It could happen later on in February. This energy could happen later than February because remember, as I say, timing is different for all of you. In general readings, your birth charts are not the same. Your birth times are different. So this could even happen a few months from now. It could happen in April for some of you. If you have a love relationship going already, you may start thinking and planning ways that you can change the relationship, maybe improve it. You may feel like there's certain things about the relationship that needs to change, and you may be thinking of ways that, you two can connect better or make the relationship better. You may also want to or be involved in or start some kind of new activity. It could be a club, a group, or an organization that you take part of or belong to. It could be a new business that you start. Something new. Could be a new church you go to if you're a religious person. But something new that you start. I feel that you could meet somebody through this activity. Maybe you're going to start taking a yoga class or an art class or a language class, or you're going to go to some kind of new group or activity, a new gym even, to work out. You may meet somebody. New love could come to you that way. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. The first card you have is the Ace of Rods, which is new beginnings. It could be a birth of a child, a new job, receiving an inheritance. It could be a whole new life situation happening for you. Some of you Capricorns are going to be driving a hard bargain. If you have to do any kind of negotiations, buying a home, selling a home, dealing with any kind of legal counsel or lawyers are involved, or documentation or anything legal, I see you like you're bringing a lot to the table, and you're going to be on fire with your negotiating skills. Some of you that have had job training or some other like education training of some sort, it opens up to you starting a new job. You may need to learn code. It could even be in the legal field for some of you. Not all of you, but it could deal in the legal field. And I also hear learning code. So that could be computer and technology. If you own a business, or this could be with your family, or a club or group or organization you lead, you may be making new laws, rules, regulations, parameters, methods. Like, you may be setting the stage for, like, this is how we're going to run this now, or this is how things are going to go here now. Maybe you have to make a schedule for your kids or for people in the family, like, okay, these are the tasks you're going to do. These are the tasks I'm going to do. These are the tasks you're going to do. This is the schedule we're going to follow. This is how it's going to run. So you could be making schedules for people. You could be making new rules and regulations. You could be implementing new things. This could be, maybe you may have to learn these things. Maybe these could be things that you're learning that you have to do at a new job. But if this could be, like I said, if you are head in charge or have any say in any club, group, organization, job, business, or within your family, you may be implementing all these things that I brought up. The next card you have with it is the Wheel of Fortune. The other sign that got Wheel of Fortune for the mid-month of February is Taurus. So Capricorn and Taurus, your fellow Earth sign, also got Wheel of Fortune. That's the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could be the ups and downs of karma. It could also be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning, and you have it here with the Ace of Rods. You're going to start believing in yourself more. If you've had any self-doubts or uncertainty or insecurities about yourself, I feel like that's going to fall by the wayside. You're going to be have confidence. Self-confidence comes up here, and sure of yourself. Yeah, I do get you taking things in stride, dealing with or working with or making new routines and new schedules. It comes up here again. You may feel like you have to help somebody that's less fortunate than you. This could be an aging relative or a relative that's ill or somebody else that's not doing well in some way, either physically, mentally, emotionally, possibly financially. You may feel like you need to step in, you need to be of more assistance to them now. This could be something that gets started. You may also start journaling. And for those of you, I know this is going to sound weird. I say that because it sounds weird to me. Some of you may start a career journal. So you may start writing down, like, you know, moves you're making in your career, or dreams or goals, or things that happen. Maybe you feel like legalities are, maybe some shifty, shaky things are happening in your career or at work, and you're like, yeah, I better start keeping a record of this because this doesn't look wholesome. It looks tricky or janky or whatever word you want to use, wonky. And so you may start keeping a journal about work. It could be just a journal to keep a record of what you're doing. I do see you talking to somebody in a position of power that's going to help you with what you're doing. And this could even be with something to do with somebody you need to give assistance to or help or take care of. It could even be if you have an elderly relative or an aging relative or somebody that's not doing well. Maybe you need to talk to somebody in the government. Maybe you need assistance. Maybe you need to see if if you're eligible or they're eligible for some kind of, aid, whether it's financial aid or a personal aid. Like that could be something. So you could be talking to somebody higher up, somebody that has knowledge that's like can help you or point you in the right direction or help you facilitate something that you feel is important that you need to do. It could be for one of your kids. It could be for yourself. It could be for somebody you are very taking care of or you're very concerned about. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. So the first card you have is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card that symbolizes three sisters, three females, three friends, help from friends. It could also indicate you're going to a party, gathering, or celebration. You could be the one throwing the party, gathering, or celebration. It could also be a celebratory conclusion to something that's been going on in your life. And the other zodiac sign that got that for the mid-month of February is Aries. So you and Aries both got the Three of Cups. You may really feel like you're trying to either assimilate to something that's going on in your life. You may also really feel like you want to get things organized. It could be your finances. It could also be things in your environment and in your home. It could be a combination of things. And you may feel like you're shouldering a lot of responsibility, and you may feel like tense or the pressure to make things work. This could be in your work, it could be in your business, it could be in your life in general. You may be starting to relate to some new people that are showing up in your life. You may also be relating to and communicating with some people from your past in February or March. You could be very inspired to show people and demonstrate your knowledge, talents, or skills this month. That could come up at your job or at a business you own. It could also happen like, if you get invited somewhere or, online. I don't know where. It'll be different for all of you. You could have somebody that comes to you and wants to offer you some kind of opportunity. And this could be to work with a few other people. And it could be on some webcast or, podcast, webcast of some sort, or maybe even a local project in your area. You could have somebody that wants to talk to you and they're wanting your forgiveness. They may want you to forgive them for something they said or did, or maybe they feel you need to forgive them. But I really feel it's the other way around. This may be somebody that's coming to you and has guilt or feelings of wanting you to forgive them. It could be a sister. It could be a friend. So the next card you have in this reading is the Queen of Rods. And this is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's a fire sign. You could feel like you want to be very diplomatic with the people you are talking to and dealing with in February. Some of you could be talking to a long-lost friend from the past. That's a fire sign. They could show up to talk to you now. It could be in the manner of friendship, but they may want to do some kind of business with you or work something out with you that is not really necessarily friendship related. For some of you it is, and for some of you it isn't. You may also be dealing with somebody that you're talking to because you want something fixed. This could be the person that's going to fix it. They could be a fire sign person, sun, moon, or rising sign person. So, whatever is in your environment that needs to be fixed. Maybe you need your car fixed, or maybe you need your computer fixed, or maybe you need appliances or other things in your home fixed. But you could be talking to somebody about this in February and in March. This could also be somebody that you are listening to what they have to say. For some of you, it could be a gamble to listen to them. For some of you, it won't. This could even be somebody you listen to on the internet. That is a sun, moon, or rising sign. That's a fire sign. So that could be giving advice. They could also be giving instruction on how to do something, instruction on how to fix something, or giving advice. And they could be virtual. You could be watching them maybe even here on YouTube or Rumble or somewhere else. But they could be an in-person person. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. If they didn't resonate with you, make sure you're watching your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, because your messages may be coming from one of your other signs, not necessarily Aquarius if it's not resonating with you. So now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. The first card you have is the Five of Swords. And this is a card that means standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. And if there's any kind of battle, you're likely to win. You may be watching how people are behaving. And you may think what they're doing isn't right, and you may be calling them out on it. This could be your family members. It could be friends. It could be happening at work. Maybe it's even people in your neighborhood. It's I feel like you're seeing what they're doing, and you may feel like they're kind of scheming. Or like they're up to something. So you could, maybe you feel that way about people out in the world that are running the show. You could feel that about them. I do feel there could be somebody that you kind of target where you may want to approach them and call them out on something that they're saying or doing that you feel is wrong or inappropriate. For some of you Pisces, that could even be happening on social media. You may also feel like this is your time. You want to go for it. You're going to, like this is your shot. You're going to go for it. You're going to make something happen. So I feel like the end of February going into March, you're going to feel kind of powerful, and you're not going to want to let anybody or anything be a stumbling block for you or hold you back. And if you're in a situation where you feel there's a certain individual that's scheming or trying to step in your way or being a problem for you, you will call them out and you will confront them and go for it. I see you very, which may sound funny, like some Pisces may be like, I'm very passive, or I'm a lover, not a fighter. You may have that mentality, but seriously, you could be quite angry and tell somebody just what you think about them. And you're going to want to be very clear in your intentions. You're going to be very clear, like you're not going to be wishy-washing around. You're going to get right to the point. So the next card you have in your reading is Temperance, which is patience. This is needing patience or having to have patience in some way. It can also be alchemy, where God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, or saying. Your dream state is going to be very important to you this month. You're going to have a lot of powerful dreams, visions, dreams. All of that will be very enlightening and powerful for you. Some of you may want to take some kind of class or learn or take a lesson or a class in some sort. And this could help you boost your status. It can help boost your ego also. You may also feel very confident this month, like your work speaks for itself. You may feel like, I don't need to prove myself. I've already proved myself. My work speaks for itself. I hear the collective consciousness of Pisces saying that. You may also have the tendency to retain fluid this month. Retaining water comes up here. So you may find that you, like if you're eating a lot of salty foods, or if maybe there's certain medications you're taking or certain foods you're eating, could make you feel kind of puffy and bloated. You could be retaining water in February. I feel like you've got some fire waking up in you. That's kind of like powerful inspiration for you to really move forward and like go for your goals, go for your dreams. I feel that the actual dreams you're having are inspiring you to do that as well. Don't be surprised if you have deceased loved ones that show up at this time and start like giving you signs and symbols and encouragement. And like I said, for some of you, this is going to come for you in your dreams. And you may be very likely to try something new to see how it suits you this month. This could be a new class, or it could be new foods, new things you drink. It could be a new exercise regime or some kind of new class or course. I feel a strong theme for Pisces this month is to be driven toward satisfaction. And however you can get that through new exercise programs, new foods you're eating or trying, new classes that you're taking, and really going for your goals and things you want. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it was worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe, and that way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, you can access my most recently recorded video series where I use a variety of divination tools to look into very specific topics and bring you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for each sign of the zodiac. Those most recent links are down below in the description box in the Show More section. And you can also get these links by going to my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. And you just click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, my most recently recorded video series, I'm recording this video and I haven't even recorded them yet, but I'm planning on doing them, and I hope they're done by the time this video goes up in the middle of February, is my eclipse effects videos for the eclipse in Libra, which is occurring on March 25th, 2024, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. You may want to get your rising sign and your moon sign, your sun sign and your rising sign in that video series. Also, my Big Love readings for singles and couples for 2024 are available. First half of the reading is for singles. Second half of the reading is for couples. I recommend you watching the entire reading because there will be crossover where some readings on either side will be speaking to you. Also, my psychic crystal readings for February 2024 for each sign of the zodiac are available, where I look into many, many, many areas of life, all areas I can think of to look at in a very condensed video. If you like my crystal readings and you like what my guides say through the crystal, you may want to get your monthly crystal readings. Also, my New Year 2024 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread readings for this new year. That's a lot of messages. It's like 40 minutes long each video. You might want to get your rising sign and your sun sign in that. And also my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2024, where I looked into the crystal and my guides gave me more psychic predictions and messages for you using the crystal. Also, don't forget this may be the last chance to get my career and finance. Not the last chance like I'm going to make them disappear, meaning I'm not going to record them this way ever again. My career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings from April of 2023 through the end of this year of October of 2024. I'm probably not going to combine those two things together in one reading. So if you liked that format, those readings are available also. My Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread psychic tarot readings, which is covering 1 year of predictions from August of 2023 through the end of August of 2024 of this year. Many people like that series. I think it's probably one of the most popular after the New Year's readings and the love readings. So you might want to check them out if you haven't done so yet. There's other video series available. I'm not going to name all of them. You can go look down below, or you can go to my website videos page and check them out. Remember, when you purchase these videos on Vimeo, you help support this channel, which helps me to keep doing these free readings here on YouTube, and I'm also on Rumble. If you would like to donate to this channel and help support the readings I do, there's a PayPal link down below. Thank you to those of you who have been very generous and donated to my channel. I do truly appreciate it, and it does help me a lot. So thank you so much for that. If you want more psychic predictions and messages channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video format, you can follow me on my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, and also at the Lucky Mermaid on X, and also on my Rumble channel at the Lucky Mermaid LLC. But on X and on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube on my community page. I also post it there. I write about 5 paragraphs long of predictions and messages using tarot cards, angel cards, other oracle cards, sometimes the crystal, and I write out my guides, predictions, and messages. And many people like those. They find they resonate with them, or parts of the messages resonate with them. They may also resonate with you as well. I'd love to see you over on my social media pages. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy and much love come to you in this mid-month of February 2024. And happy Valentine's Day to those of you who do like Valentine's Day and celebrate it. I know many people hate Valentine's Day, but some people love it. So if you love it, happy Valentine's Day. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.